Now, I made a video about Shadiversity and AI art. It's 7 minutes long, and it was mostly just jokes, right? A comedy video with just an overarching point that you make through the jokes, right? Pretty simple to understand. But now there's this pseudo-intellectual, and you'll see what I mean in a bit, who just keeps hopping in there and trying to win some stupid argument by being deliberately obtuse, by playing stupid. He thinks it's some sort of special form of argumentation he's figured out. He doesn't have any actual criticism of the point. He's not actually saying anything good about AI art, or Shadiversity, or about whether or not it's theft, or whether you really made the art. He has nothing to say about that. His complaint is that it's false to say AI mashes together images from the internet. That it doesn't literally mash images together. No shit, I can see the picture. It's obviously not just little cut off pieces of other people's art mashed together. I can see it's not literally a collage, okay? Like a psychopath cut up pictures and glued them next to each other. I can see that. You would think everyone would understand that. But because I said it, and it's not literally true, this dude's playing stupid like he can't understand the actual point, right, of the video, the overall point, or that you weren't being fucking literal with it. The point is that it uses other people's art, which they didn't sell, they didn't agree to this. It takes a bunch of art, and the AI uses these images to try to create your image. Okay, it's not like a little magic man drawing things for you, and it's not AI assisted, it's a human assisting the AI. You're not really doing much of anything. You're just trying to put in some keywords and put some highlights here or there, and you don't even have to you don't even have to draw inside the lines. A children's coloring book is more difficult than AI art because you're just hoping the AI does it for you, fixes it all for you, and gets it to look kind of like how you want it, eventually, after doing it over and over again for hours. That's not you making art. You're not doing it. That's the whole joke, is that he's pretending he made it when he didn't. The AI did, and the AI relied on this collection of art that other people made. So in the joke video, I say that I made art because I used Taco Bell money to commission people to draw pictures with women with large breasts, okay? That's the joke. But that's also the actual point. To point out how stupid and absurd it is to say that I made the art. But this guy can't quite grasp it. This 7-minute video, he can't quite understand it, right? It could be some less than midwit idea of, oh, this is supreme argumentation. Oh, the philosophers have taught me that if I pretend to be stupid and pretend I don't grasp anything anyone says, then I will win some sort of argument, and people will think that's very clever if they get annoyed with me and stop responding. Oh, it's so brilliant. Or if he's actually that stupid and he's not even trying to be clever. Who's to say? But here it is. I said, oh, it doesn't literally mash images together? Then I guess Shad is making these himself and it's not relying on other people's art. I can't believe I didn't describe every detail of this instead of saying it mashes images together in this very informative video about Taco Bell and porn commissions. And then he responds, brilliant stuff. Your claim hinges upon the thesis that AI works as a collage software. This is false. Sarcasm does not amend this falsehood. See the pseudo-intellectualism creeping in? It does not amend this falsehood. Oh, heavens, oh my, oh word, oh. This is a 7-minute joke video about Taco Bell and AI art. But okay, let's just take it seriously though. This is not a thesis that relies on AI working as collage software. The point is that it takes other people's art to make this new art for you. You aren't making it, and it's not original. It relies on stolen artwork. People did not consent to have their art used for this. That's the point, that you're not making it. The AI makes it, and the AI uses other people's art. That's the point, not whether or not it's literally a collage. Obviously it's not, you dipshit. You brain-dead mutant. Try thinking for 5 seconds. Who thinks that's a collage? The point is that it's made from other people's art. It takes other people's art to train this AI to make this shit. That's why people say it's theft. That's why people say you didn't make it yourself, because you didn't. The AI also isn't a little magic man you've just bought who's just making it up himself either. The AI is trained using other people's art. That's the actual claim. That's the point, you idiot. And then I say, getting hung up in inane shit because you can't address the actual point doesn't make you intelligent. Because it's clear from the wording that he thinks he's very clever for this, right? Very intelligent for saying that sarcasm does not amend this falsehood. I was being sarcastic in this fucking comment, but I was saying that the AI art is reliant on other people's art. That's not a joke. That's what's being said in the sarcastic response. And instead of responding to the point in even that one short comment, you pretend you don't understand and just say, oh, joking around doesn't make this less serious a matter. Oh, heavens, it's not literally a collage. Oh, heavens, it's not literally a collage. Yes, okay, idiot. We get that. And then he responds to this short comment and says, if the point is inane, then why did you make it? Chuckling, he must have thought that was very clever. That's so idiotic, it's almost unbelievable. Again, this short comment, let's just pretend he really is as stupid, right? And he's being genuine with his response. I said getting hung up on inane shit because you can't address the actual point doesn't make you intelligent. And then he says, if the point is inane, then why did you make it? I said inane shit, getting hung up on inane shit. The wording saying it mashes together images. That's the only thing he's actually talking about, that's all he's focused on here, instead of the actual point of the video. That's literally what I'm saying here is you can't address the actual point. And so you're focused on this inane shit. 2 words put together. The wording of how the AI makes a picture. Oh no. So then I said, wow, that's so clever. Pretending you don't understand what I'm referring to. I humor you. I never said the point was stupid. You apparently can't comprehend one short comment. Your focus on whether or not AI art is literally a collage is inane. More specifically, the wording, because that's all he's focused on is the wording of it. You can't actually address whether or not the AI art is reliant on other people's work, because you know it is, but you still want to defend it. So you focus on wording in a joke video rather than the actual point. And then I just want to make it really clear for this guy, right? Really clear. Again, the point is whether you're really making the art with AI, which you aren't. And whether Shadiversity is claiming he made the art he didn't make, which he of course is. That's what the joke video's about. I'm saying that I agree with him, but I'm saying I have a better way, which is of course what people used to do, which is you just pay artists to make things for you, right? A commission. And because you're literally just telling the AI what to do, right? Putting in keywords that sometimes he doesn't even spell correctly. How is that different from a commission where you literally can explain in detail exactly what you want the person to do, and then they do it? Instead of paying for an AI program where somebody, took the art from the artist and then uses it for the AI. That's the difference. It's the absurdity of thinking you made the art and acting like you're an artist when you just told someone what to draw. That's it. That's the actual point of the video. It's a 7-minute video, and he couldn't quite grasp the actual point of the video. And he instead focuses on, but it doesn't literally mash the images together. Oh, gee. Yes, this isn't a fucking informative video where I'm going to explain every detail of AI art reading from a Wikipedia article. You fucking idiot, that's not the point of this video. How do you fail to grasp this? And if you don't quite get what a pseudo-intellectual this guy is, let's just click the channel real quick. And just to be clear, I'm not going after some random person. He's also a content creator. Yeah, if you can tell already with the music and everything, but... Okay, so let's see this guy's channel. So he's got a bunch of stupid-ass pseudo-intellectual philosophy, political shit, blah, blah, blah. A defense of planned obsolescence. Oh, it's actually based, my dude. Top cack. Oh, it's so based. The subjectivism of Kant. Oh, my. Oh, Plato. Oh, Plato. Oh, philosophy. Oh, brilliant. Socialism is impossible. And this is the rapier wit we're dealing with here. Yes, it's brilliant stuff. And you might wonder, well, why is he on this random video? Is it because he's a big simp for Shadiversity? Well, it's possible, but we can't know for sure. But we do know he's apparently trying to defend AI art. Not just because he's defending it in the stupidest way in the comments section, but right here, a month ago. AI art video in the works. It will be over 2 hours long. You might not know this, but that's a mathematical arrow meaning greater than. I know, it's very clever. I could have just typed the word over, but, of course that is beneath me. In the meantime, You can see me on the Morgan Meets the Eye podcast here. Maybe this guy's against Ayn Rand and any sort of libertarianism, or obviously her politics are a bit different from libertarianism, but her whole thing with Atlas Shrugged is about not stealing from the creator of something, you know, the creator getting credit. But yes, he's actually just studying and practicing his craft for his AI art video, where he's probably going to say it's based and top cack. Maybe his video's a joke too, right? Maybe he's not really such an idiot that he thinks it's a good thing. Let's see.
Planned obsolescence is nearly universally presented as a nefarious plot by evil capitalists to make sure you get less for your money. These depictions are all flawed to their core, as there is nothing wrong with designing or selling shoddy products.
He's actually that stupid. Just a second. Well, that's some very advanced humor, guys. I don't know. Who made The Shining? The movie that is, not the book. Jesus Christ, dude. Here's his reply. Who made The Shining? The movie that is, not the book. That's his response to this. He literally cannot address the actual point because, again, he has no idea how to defend it, but he's trying to defend it. He literally will not address the actual point of the video or anything I've said. He just wants to defend AI art, but he doesn't know how to do it. So he has to feel like he's won some inane argument? Some just insipid shit. So his response to this whole thing about AI art, you know, using other people's work is, oh, well, people make movies based on books, don't they? And who really made that? You idiot, people aren't selling their art to these people who make these AI, all right? They're not getting permission to use the art. Stephen King, with The Shining, they had to get permission to use his book to make the movie. They had to pay Stephen King, they had to give credit to Stephen King as the original creator of the book that the movie is based on. They didn't just use an AI that took a bunch of people's books and put out pictures. They used cameras and actors, and they made sets, and they filmed that. And they changed with human writers. They adapted the book into a script for a movie. They adapted the book into a movie. And they got permission from the person who made the book. And they paid the person who made the book. And they gave credit to the person who made the book. They didn't even try saying they made the book afterward, or that the book wasn't involved in the process. They just said it's based on this book, and then they made a movie. They didn't pretend they made it. They actually made something. They didn't just type some words onto a fucking AI program until it shit out a picture they wanted. This is such a stupid argument. And he'll just keep going on like this because he's ignored every single thing. First, he ignored the whole point of the video. Then he ignored everything I said here. And he's just going to keep going and going until he feels like he won something. This is pseudo-intellectualism, what you're seeing right here. The inability to even respond to a single point. Because he's actually such a fucking idiot, he doesn't even know what to say. He has no idea. Well, buddy, there you go. There's a response to your comment. You can watch the video if you want. Because I know you're definitely not going to actually read a comment and respond to it in any kind of way that makes sense. You have no idea what to say. So you'll just go on to some other topic in a desperate attempt to win some sort of inane argument. Making a movie based on a book is not the same as using AI art programs, okay? Try to understand this shit. Oh yeah, here's the ending of that video.
If you purchase new stuff to replace stuff that still serves your purposes, stop complaining about choices you are making. Therefore, we see that perceived obsolescence is not a problem, and planned obsolescence is a problem only insofar as the state enforces intellectual monopoly grants. To see why these grants are the true source of evil, you have to watch this video where I explain that all forms of intellectual property are a myth and are in fact destructive of human flourishing and creativity.
Why artists shouldn't own their art. Unless he's joking at the end of this video, then I guess he's against intellectual property.
Artists shouldn't own their art and inventors shouldn't own their inventions. In fact, any form of intellectual property protection constitutes a criminal threat that should be abolished. Here's why. In this video, I'll explain the nature of property rights as conflict-avoiding norms. I will then show how IP drives us towards the destruction of civilization while stifling creativity. I will also debunk every pro-IP argument ever, and demonstrate that copying other people's ideas is a fundamental part of being human. First, to demonstrate that intellectual property rights are strictly impossible.
Okay, this guy's just brain dead. I don't know what to fucking say at this point. Holy shit. I'm not gonna sit through the whole video, but apparently he also said, intellectual property is leftist commie garbage. That's right, only left-wing people believe in intellectual property. Only communists would believe in such a thing, even though they also are the ones who say everyone should have everything. It all belongs to the people. Somehow he's saying owning what you made, the belief that you should own what you made and get credit and get paid for it, is communist. Brilliant stuff. Yes, right-wing people don't believe in intellectual property. Only the communists do. This is so stupid, it's almost unbelievable. I don't know what else to say, man. He's a dumbass. I don't even know if this is grifting or if he's just actually that stupid.
On these grounds, I shall refer to these IP threats not as genuine property, but as intellectual monopoly grants. I believe this distinction is important. Calling these monopoly grants intellectual property makes them sound as if they are a genuine feature of law, which they are not. It is this false naming which has led several online leftists to decry IP as taking good communal property into the clutches of evil private ownership, when in fact, intellectual monopoly is commie garbage and should be treated as such. So we have it that IP is not a genuine feature of law, but what—
Yeah, I found it. He's actually that stupid. I just wanted to make sure the guy wasn't making it up, but yeah, he wasn't. This guy just actually says this kind of stupid shit. The guy wasn't joking. Something else I want to say, now that I know this guy doesn't believe artists should own their work or an intellectual property. If Stephen King doesn't own what he made, then the publisher could have just taken his story and published it. There's no reason to pay him or credit him. And if he tried suing them, in your ideal world, it wouldn't be illegal, so he wouldn't win. How would anyone be able to live as an author in a capitalist society where it's legal to steal people's work? And there's no such thing as intellectual property. In your world, he wouldn't have even gotten far enough in his career to have made the book, if he even bothered to try and become a writer. And it wouldn't have been made. So the movie based on the book wouldn't have been made. People being able to own and profit off of what they've made is an important part of a capitalist system. And I'd argue why at least being somewhat capitalistic is beneficial to society, because it encourages people to work on something. If you kill the incentive for people to create, for artists and inventors, then you'll get less art and inventions. People aren't going to put in time and effort just to get robbed, to have what they've created stolen. And in a capitalist system, you can't afford to keep doing this work without getting paid. You can't spend months or years or decades working on something without ever being paid. Someone else taking what you've made and profiting off of it without compensating you doesn't benefit a capitalistic system. It destroys a system, because the workers, the people making what you've taken, aren't incentivized to work or continue working. And even if they wanted to continue, they can't afford to keep doing the work because it's not profitable. And they have to pay for rent and food and everything else. You also say socialism is impossible, so you must want a capitalist system where you can't just make art and inventions for fun. There has to be some form of compensation. The only argument should be about how long copyright should last, not whether or not there should be protection for intellectual property.